Hello guys, what's up? This is Mortaza and welcome to the 6th episode of this HTML training tutorial at a coder's journey. In this episode, I want to tell you more about the P element, the paragraph element. We kind of talked about it and we saw that one of the attributes of this P element is the title attribute. For example, here I can have a P with a title, you are hovering over me. And then I can have the, closing tag and the content goes here. This is the content of a P element, right? And if I save the file and if I go to, my browser and if I refresh and if I hover my mouse here, this is the pop-up. You are hovering over me. And we also talked about, the style attribute, the background color and the foreground color. Something I want to tell you about is that if, for example, I do this, and I break the content of this paragraph into different lines, and then I save the file, and in order to make sure that let me say this is a multi-line content of a P element, something like that, right? I'm gonna save, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna refresh, and again, all the content is rendered into on a single line. So the breaks, the line breaks that I put in the content of my paragraph were all deleted, and I get one single line of text. This is something very important to always remember, that the HTML will delete every white space or line break that you put in here. This has a solution. We're going to talk about that in this episode. Something else I want to talk about is that for different let me just press Ctrl Z a couple of times. Something that you can have is the as I told you before, the BR element. The BR element is an empty element. It means it doesn't have a closing tag, like for example paragraph, and it helps us to have a break, have a break in our content. And something else that I want to tell you about is the HR element. HR, it's like BR, it doesn't have the closing tag. It's an empty element, and it helps us to have a horizontal rule, as you can see here. For our HTML document, it is sometimes used to kind of separate the different parts of the HTML document. For example, this is the first part, this is the second part. Remember, you can use this HR element in order to have a horizontal ruler, something like that in the output. And as I told you, when you use the P tag, all the white spaces and all the line breaks are gonna get deleted. But if you really want to have those in the output, you can use a pre tag. Pre is used, it stands for pre-formatted text or pre-formatted content. So suppose you have a piece of text with a specific format, the text is pre-formatted, and you want to apply that format in the output. You don't want to lose that format. I'm gonna say this is a pre-formatted piece of text. Let's see what happens in the output. I'm gonna save, gonna click here, and as you can see, I will in the output I will see the exact format that I have put into my text. The line breaks and everything, they are all taken into account whenever this piece of text wants to get rendered. So these were all I wanted to tell you about in this episode. Remember, for the P tag, you can have different attributes. For example, the title, you can have HR or BR in the content, but the different spaces or white spaces or line breaks are gonna get all deleted. And if you want to have those, you can have the pre element. It means pre-formatted, and of course you can have the paragraph tag, paragraph element here. And for the input, for the content of this, you can have this pre text, and if I refresh here again, you see the output. These were all the things I wanted to tell you about in this episode, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Catch you later. Till later. Bye bye.